Hello, everybody. I want to talk today about dreams.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hurljack. I'm 16 years old. We set up the Ryan's Well Foundation 5 years ago. Our first goal is to build clean water projects in developing countries. Our second is to educate people about the importance of clean water as a life-giving resource. And our third, and I think the most important, is motivation. To motivate just old people, young people, tall people, short people, just anyone to go out in the world and find their puzzle piece and make a difference. Whatever you feel strong about, do your part, or do what you think is your part to make the world a better place in your own way.
I asked my dad if I could have one. He said sure, and I raised $500 that year.
It doesn't matter how small you are, your heart can be large and you can have a huge impact on people's lives.
You're never too little to do something big for the world.
I'm Jeff, I'm a painter, and I'm also a stock market investor. I started painting for something fun to do during chemotherapy and radiation. So overall, I've painted 668 canvases. I've donated over $200,000 to charity.
We're entrepreneurs who made millions from magnets. I was going into middle school and I wanted magnets from my locker, and I drew up some designs and I put them into bottle caps, put them into my locker, and snap caps were born. I just walked into the toy store and said, "Hi, my name's Maddie. I'm 10. I'm wondering if you wanted to sell my product." And she decided to give me a shot since I'm a kid. And turns out they actually sold. We made about $10,000 in revenue our first deal. We're in the millions right now. I think a good idea is something that you don't have and that you can't find, but that you want. Just make sure that whatever you do is your passion. My passion is art, and I love to create, and so that's why I came up with snap caps, because I got to incorporate my love for art into what I do.
Entrepreneurship at the moment is kind of like the new smoking. It's cool to be creative, it's cool to be making something.
I was just 13 years old when I started my business. My sister was selling candles for a school fundraiser, and I thought the scents were too girly, so I thought, why not make scents for men? Some of the scents we offer are fresh cut grass, campfire, pizza, new mitt, sawdust, grandpa's pipe, dirt. We decided to structure our business around giving back. We've donated 11,000 soup cans and sold 9,000 candles. I think a big part of the story of why the business exploded is the fact that they were recycled soup cans. People saw that and thought, hey, this kid's giving back too. Our new motto, one candle, one meal, it means that for every candle that we've made, it's a meal for someone. One candle, one meal.
I'm Zoe. I've turned my passion for fashion into a profitable business. The name of my company is Zoe Damisel Apparel, and I make custom-made clothing.
We travel around the country performing at events, fairs, festivals, and we bring our fiddling and dancing to audiences of all ages. It turned out to be a really fun and exciting way to make money.
I'm Kane,
who had taken over his dad's store with this elaborate cardboard arcade. It was his first customer.
He saw something in my son that nobody else saw, and he made a film about it.
I posted the film online 4 months ago. Little did I realize that both of our lives were about to change.
A filmmaker discovered Kane's Arcade, and now it's a movie.
When I first posted the film, I had a goal of trying to raise $25,000 for Kane's scholarship fund.
I figured, well, he's dreaming.
That night, my phone just started ringing off the hook. Donations were coming in.
Here's a live look at Kane's Arcade where you can see there's a long line of people.
The next day, it was over 100,000. I was like, what is going on?
A 9-year-old boy now has a huge college fund.
He's the talk of the town. Is he a future billionaire?
What's next for this precocious 9-year-old?
The video came out on Monday.
Nearly 2 million people have watched it.
By Saturday, we have 4-hour lines waiting to play Kane's Arcade.
When a little boy's dream came to life.
We finally got some customers here.
I told my dad that was the best day of my life.
Kane has really come out of his shell. He talks to everybody freely now, and he doesn't stutter anymore, and he's doing way better in school.
One of the things I've learned from this experience is how a small gesture can change the life of a child. And to think that there's so many other kids like Kane out there who just need somebody to come in and buy a fun pass.
One of the greatest challenges I think we face in education is tapping into children's natural powers of creativity. And one of the appeals of Kane's Arcade is it's demonstrating how deep those powers are and how readily people will rise to the challenge if you give it to them.
It's not enough anymore just to learn the basic kinds of language arts and math skills. Our children need to be innovators and inventors.
And I think if we can make that systemic in our education systems, we'll transform the world for our children and for ourselves.
Over 100 schools in 9 countries participated using project-based learning to teach kids math, science, and engineering.
I told Kane that when I was a kid, I also built cardboard rockets. These were space capsules that we could actually fly in our backyard. And here I am, many years later, and I'm still building a spacecraft, but this one, a real one that landed on Mars.
So the idea is not only to give kids the tools to build the things that they can imagine, but to also imagine the world that they can build. Are these the flames shooting out of the back of the ship?
Yeah, I think we're gonna put a big fan.
Childhood imagination will take you from cardboard to this in just a few years.
It's time to do something. The world needs to stop being boring. Yeah, you. Boring is easy. Everybody can be boring, but you're gooder than that. What will you create will make the world awesome? Nothing if you keep sitting there. That's why I'm talking to you today. This is your time. This is my time. It's our time. We can make every day better for each other. If we're all on the same team, let's start acting like it. We got work to do. We can cry about it, or we can dance about it. We were made to be awesome. Let's get out there. I don't know everything. I'm just a kid. But I do know this. It's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. So get to it. You've just been pep talked. Create something that will make the world awesome.